grunt or groan, one or the other.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Planet Murph on WLSFM. Time now at 7:43. Trying to get to work by 8 o'clock. Step on it. 17 left to make it there. We did a juice-free show for at least 2 or 3 days now, but new DNA sampling just came in. Lending credence to the argument of the prosecution in this. Some people still blindly, maybe blindly is too harsh a word, but it seems like they're looking for anything they can to get O.J. off of this. I don't want to convict him. I've said that from the very beginning. Nothing's changed on that matter. But it seems to me the time has arrived for the people who are blindly saying that O.J. is innocent maybe ought to at least open their eyes and look at what's been happening around here. If you got a fury, I'd be glad to hear it. 591-9470. And I want to get to that song in just a moment, the one that the listener suggested just the other day. It's chilling. It's chilling to be the theme song for the O.J. Simpson made-for-TV movie that Fox and CBS both are putting together. Our number is 591-9470. Just jump on in. Hakeem, good morning.
Okay, like Yogi Berra once said, it ain't over.
Over till it's over. Yeah, I know the famous quote, and I know we have a trial coming up.
Okay, listen.
I know all that part.
Okay, I'm one of those who's not going to jump the bandwagon like a lot of people are doing. You know, they for him, and the next moment they're against him, you know. I feel that, I'm not going to say that he's guilty, and I'm not going to say he's innocent.
Then I'm with you. See, then we agree, Hakeem. Then we're fine.
But I'm going to stick with him just until this thing, come to court. You go to trial, and we take it from there, and we see what's happening, I notice a lot of my friends in New York, they're listening to this now, because that's where I'm from,
Yeah.
They seem to think that the talk show, the people in Chicago are some kind of joke, I mean, because they're too much like the people in L.A., and I'm beginning to believe them.
What Chicago is like Los Angeles? Bite your tongue, Hakeem. You know not of what you speak.
They're listening to this talk show. As a matter of fact, I got them, in tune,
Yeah, I do not understand what you mean. People from New York, what they're listening to me and
they're listening to your talk show and they're laughing. They said, "Gee, why don't the people in Chicago just pack up and go to L.A. Where they're trying them, man, where they are hanging them to the cross. Why don't they just go on out there and hold hands?" This case has brought a lot of people, separated a lot of people, rather than bringing them together.
Well,
separated the people,
nobody should have their family separated and divided over arguments over O.J., but people like to talk about, you know what we do, Hakeem? We just talk about what people like to talk about, and people like to talk about O.J., and they like to give me their theories, and that's what I'm here for.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't get the L.A. reference, Gus.
A caller calling, he said he was with he didn't actually come out and say he was with the mafia.
Yeah, but he's trying to say it.
Yeah,
he's trying to act like he was.
Yeah, well, come on.
He's trying to be a tough guy.
Nobody could really, maybe he's dreaming that he's with the mafia,
I told him
nobody would go on the radio and say something like that.
I told him he was a mafia wannabe, which I think was probably what he was. He's one of those guys who thinks he's in the mafia because he gets a discount on stolen tires.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Hakeem.
All right, take care.
591-9470, 591-9470. If you'd like to get on the air at WLSFM. Yolanda, good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Hi.
Hi. Sorry to keep you holding so long. Speak your mind.
Okay. First of all, the Cato, I don't care about him. Why people are talking about him?
You know why, Yolanda? Because he's a joke. Well,
if he isn't, stop.
He's a clown.
The airtime. Stop.
No, people.
He's such a clown.
No, but he's a clown that I think people like to bash. That's why we talk about it.
People like to do that.
Yeah, he's so bashable because he's an idiot, and he is so. And for people in Chicago, I don't know where Hakeem got off saying something like we're like the people in L.A. Chicago is nothing like L.A. We don't have Catos around here. You can tell he's born and bred California.
Yeah. Well, my point was, I believe that Americans, they put these athletes and stars on pedestals.
Oh, I have for years.
What they forget is these are just people. I have met so many singers, movie actors, Sox, Cubs, you name it, and it doesn't affect me the way it does a lot of people all that screaming and hollering.
No doubt that America falls for fame these days, Yolanda.
That's why they're going to keep saying he's innocent. If they saw the man stab her, they'd say, well, it must have been a lookalike. They're going to keep saying it, no matter what.
Thank you, Yolanda. That's what I'm trying to get at right here. So people who just blindly keep saying no matter what comes in their face. I'm not going the other way. I'm not wrapping up the trial here on the radio show and convicting him, but it's time maybe to confront some things here. Jay, good morning. You're on WLS-FM.
Morning, Lisa, Robert, and Pearl Jam with 1 M.
Good morning.
Two M's, please. Keep us out of a lawsuit. 2 M's.
This is
Hey, Jay.
morning. One wants to have a spread of the jam on the toast.
Huh?
Could you translate for that, Lisa?
Let's go to
Okay.
Simpsons.
All right. Quickly now, because we're running late here.
Yeah, okay. I say not guilty for the following reason. From
right.
the beginning, I've treated this case as though I was in a jury.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Being on a jury, my instructions are beyond a reasonable doubt.
Okay.
Now, this glove business this morning, one of the forensic experts on the television said when 2-3 bloods are mixed, all bets are off on the DNA testing.
I haven't heard that from the experts yet, and I'm not going to pretend to be a science when it comes to DNA testing.
Yeah.
That was not in the news we had this morning, but I'm not going to get into DNA because I know certainly there is controversy over whether or not it is as predictable and reliable as some people like to say.
Yeah. So based on that one and based on all the information presented to me so far, if I'm a juror, I have reasonable doubt here. Therefore, I say not guilty. Whether he's innocent or not, I honestly don't know.
Jay, are you sure it's reasonable?
That one is reasonable.
Okay. On that one, yeah.
Uh-huh.
But I know it's still circumstantial evidence, but to me it's just starting to mount
It's
and
like
mount.
that 0.423% that they came about statistically.
Yeah.
And there are 80,000 people in L.A. which could match that. This is not South Dakota in a small town, 400
I know.
people.
Yeah, I understand that point. And I follow you. And Jay, I try to do the same thing. I try to treat it like a juror also. But if I were in the jury box right now, I'd be getting I start to be leaning a different way here, just from things I see.
I'm there too, but
Okay.
if I want to hang some person,
Well, Jay-
sorry, I need more information.
Jay, you and I will lean together, buddy.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling. 7:49, 11 away from 8 o'clock. We got time to do this. Remember when we were casting for all the people for the O.J. movie? And we finally got everything taken care of. And we settled on, hey, we did Kevin Bacon. I think we switched over from Dana Carvey to put Kevin Bacon in for Cato. Give him some bad hair and he's going to do it. But, well, if you want to argue, go ahead. The guy that called in when we were suggesting theme songs, and I, of course, was busy with my own composition then.
Right, and a lovely one it was.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Of course, many, many people told me that. But this guy suggested this old song from the Beatles album on Rubber Soul,
Which one?
Run for Your Life.
Oh,
and I
perfect.
went home, went into my vinyl, and pulled this thing out. This is a big deal for me because all my albums are locked up now, and my turntable's getting old and rusty.
It's on Rubber Soul,
And
isn't
pulled that thing out, the Rubber Soul album,
Yeah.
and played it. And listen to this. This is just eerie. Really eerie. The lyrics fit perfectly. In fact, frighteningly so.
I can't let you play the song, Mr. Murph, because of the copyright. You'll have to sing for yourself if you can, Mr. Murph. Oop, nope, can't play it yet. Nope, can't play that either. Oops. That's the end, little girl.
What do you think? And it gets worse from there on, talking about being a wicked man born with a jealous mind. It was frightening. That was a great suggestion, and I hereby release all claims to having maybe we'll use my song as a filler somewhere later in the movie for something like that. It's all I can say, but boy, that's eerie. Deborah, quickly, good morning. You're on WLS-FM. I got about 30 seconds. Go.
Hi, Murph. I
Morning.
agree with you. I don't think anybody can really think he's innocent anymore. There's
It's
too
tough.
much evidence that's been given on TV that, we're not stupid. We can put one and one together and make two and kind of figure it out in our mind.
That's where I arrived. I'm glad to see that you and I agree on math, Deborah.
Well, I mean, aside from that, if he didn't do it, who did then?
They don't have another suspect.
That's
I think
right.
everything's pointing right there. Well, I got to run. I appreciate your call. Thanks to everybody for calling this morning. 591-9470 is our number. Yeah, we'll get back to OJ maybe tomorrow or so. Maybe some more theme songs coming up. Keep those calls coming in. 591-9470. We'll be right back on WLS-FM. Once you go talk, you'll never go back. WLS-FM Talks.